Motorbikes, big, small, medium size, and sidecars. I'm at a new location today as well, but that's the topic of today's FPV story time. The flies are still here, but I'm hoping they go in the next few minutes.
Welcome to HTX.
Alrighty, let's go. It's actually got quite windy as the day has gone on today. You can see me just getting pushed sideways a bit here, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. We should be able to get some nice shots for you today. Yeah, so bikes, big bikes, little bikes, and medium-sized bikes. So I absolutely love motorbikes, and I'm sure a few of you out there will be the same. I've had everything from, I say big bikes, full-size bikes. I had an NSR 125 two-stroke. That thing was an absolute beauty of a machine. Honda built, super reliable, two-stroke 125. It used to zip through the gears like nothing you've ever seen, and it was so lightweight. I used to be able to keep up with all my friends on the bigger bikes through the twisties and things because this was just flies everywhere. Because it was such a well-handling machine, and it didn't need a lot of power because it was so lightweight. Anyway, I digress. I kind of bought it as a kind of a project bike, fixed it up, did a pretty nice job of it, but then unfortunately kind of got to the stage where sort of it was getting hard to get parts for to make it even better because parts support for that bike was getting worse and worse, and it's a shame really because it was a really good machine, but there was only so much you could really do to make it any better. So yeah, I had that. I've also done quite a bit of racing, mainly of mini bikes. Oh my god, these flies are absolutely terrible. Get off my face. Ah! This is not the place I want to end up losing a drone up here. Anyway, mini bikes. Yeah, so I've raced Minimotos, and they come in like 40 and 50cc, and basically I used to race 40cc Minimotos in the British Mini Bikes Championships and also the Fab Racing Mini Bikes Championships. And although they're small bikes, they pack a serious punch. You're talking sort of, I think it was around 12 or 13 horsepower for a good one, maybe more. I don't know, my memory might be a bit off on this one. But they would do sort of 50 or 60 miles an hour on most go-kart tracks. But the thing is, the way these little machines handled was absolutely unreal. You could flick them around, chuck them into the corners, and in the wet, they had some super sticky, they call them Junior R tires. And you could really crank it over and slap your knee on the ground in the wet. It was honestly so much fun. I do miss it. I do just missing having a motorbike in my life in general, to be honest, but flies. Hopefully that's something that will change as I get a bit older. I can get some more motorbikes and things. But, oh, this is a really nice view. So, the thing is, they might seem like little bikes and you think, oh, you can't really hurt yourself on them, but I've seen some pretty bad incidents and some pretty horrific injuries from people riding these mini bikes. I've been injured myself, not too bad, but basically there was me and another guy. He's called Jamie King. He's got a YouTube channel called Pit Bike Sonic. And whenever me and him were racing or anywhere near each other on track, somehow we would end up crashing into each other. I don't know how it always happened, but without fail, if we were riding next to each other on track, we would probably smash into each other. And there was one time, I think it was during a qualifying event, he was 2 bikes in front of me, and then basically his chain came off and locked up his back wheel, so he had no more drive. The guy who was directly sort of behind him just swerved at the last minute and avoided sort of a big catastrophe. I wasn't so lucky. I was the person directly behind him, and I got the full brunt of it. I smashed straight into the back of him, broke 2 ribs in the process. But luckily I had sort of, accident insurance, and it was paid out. I got paid out for it, and I was all hunky-dory. I healed eventually. It's a painful one, is broken ribs, because there's not a whole lot you can do for them. But yeah, there was some funny times. We would just, have drinks on a night time, get up to all kinds of crazy antics, and then ride again the next day. Another really funny story is there was one weekend I went there just basically to hang out with them all. I wasn't riding that weekend. And there was a sidecar who was missing a passenger. Well, like the guy who hangs off the bike. And he came around asking a few people, oh, would anybody mind doing it for me? And they were like, oh yeah, Justin will do it. He's not racing this weekend. And I thought, I don't know about this. So I thought about it, and then I kind of got, I don't know, pressured into it, but I did it anyway. I mean, I was going to do it. I'd rather help the guy out so he can get to ride around a bit. And then I'm hanging on, we're going around the corners, and it's hard work. Like, the more and more you go around, your arms just die. And basically, I ran out of arms, and I fell off the sidecar, rolling around in the middle of the track. I didn't hurt myself, we were only going slowly. But yeah, that was pretty funny. All the guys were there watching me, absolutely pissing themselves laughing. And that was a pretty funny story. But yeah, that's going to be it for today's FPV story time. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next one. Woo! It's a nice landing, that was. Even flared it. Getting good at this.